What happens when the school's most feared bully picks the wrong black girl to mess with? When he shoves her, expecting her to back down, something explosive happens instead. Sterling Academy, a private school for the rich, the privileged, and if you ask the right students, the right kind of people. Right now, all eyes were locked on one scene. Ava Monroe had just turned the corner. She wasn't thinking about drama. She had AP Calculus in 5 minutes and a quiz waiting for her. But the universe had other plans, because standing in the middle of the hallway, blocking her path like a bad movie villain, was Logan Bishop minus 6'2", blonde, built like a football linebacker, and worst of all, arrogant beyond repair. He had money. He had connections. And he had a nasty habit of treating people like they were beneath him. And today, his target was Eva. She knew what was coming before he even opened his mouth. Well, Logan sneered, leaning against the lockers, his voice laced with mockery. Looks like somebody got lost. You sure you're in the right place, Monroe? A few students stopped walking. Others slowed just enough to catch the show. But no one said a word. Sterling Academy had an unspoken rule. If Logan Bishop was picking on someone, you stayed out of it. Ava tightened her grip on her backpack strap. She wasn't in the mood for this. She'd spent too many days ignoring his comments, too many months pretending his words didn't sting. But today, something felt different. She exhaled sharply. Move, Logan. I don't have time for your garbage today. That was the wrong answer. Logan's smirk widened. Oh, you think you can talk to me like that? He stepped closer, towering over her. You don't belong here, Monroe. This school isn't for. Shove. Ava barely stumbled, but the message was clear. A warning. A challenge. A mistake. Gasps rippled through the hallway. A few students pulled out their phones. This wasn't just bullying anymore. This was a show. Ava tilted her head, locking eyes with Logan. You really don't want to do this, she said. Calm. Too calm. Logan scoffed. Or what? You gonna cry to a teacher? Go ahead, little girl. This ain't your place. Another shove. Harder. The crowd tensed. Ava rolled her shoulders. Exhaled. All right, she said. You asked for it. She dropped her backpack. VM. In one fluid motion, Ava grabbed his arm, twisted her body, and flipped him over her shoulder. Logan hit the floor hard. A sickening thud echoed through the hallway. For the first time in his life, Logan Bishop wasn't on top. He wasn't the king of Sterling. He was flat on his back, staring up at the ceiling, his pride shattered into 1,000 tiny pieces. Silence. Then, oh my God, someone screamed. Then the laughter. Then the clapping. Then the cheering. Ava adjusted her backpack and stepped over him like he was a fallen tree on the path. Told you, she said, her voice casual, effortless. The hallway exploded. Phones were everywhere. High fives flew. Someone even yelled, "World Star." Logan groaned, rolling onto his side. His face beat red, fists clenched. This wasn't over. Not even close. By lunchtime, the entire school knew what had happened. Videos of Ava flipping Logan had already gone viral. She straight up destroyed him. I didn't know Ava could fight like that. She's a freaking ninja, bro. People who had never spoken to her before were suddenly asking to sit with her, to learn how she did it. But not everyone was thrilled. Logan wasn't just humiliated, he was furious. And he wanted revenge. By the next morning, Sterling Academy wasn't just talking about it. They were obsessed. The video had blown up overnight. It wasn't just on student chats anymore. It had reached Instagram, TikTok, even Twitter. Title: Rich Kid Gets Destroyed by Black Girl at Elite School. But while the school laughed, Logan seethed. He had spent years building his reputation, making sure everyone knew his name, feared him, respected him. Now he was a joke, a meme. And there was only one way to fix that. Make Ava Monroe regret the day she ever laid a hand on him. Ava should have seen it coming. Maybe if she hadn't been busy dodging high fives and nonstop questions about her martial arts training, she would have noticed the whispers, the sideways glances, the way Logan and his boys, Trent, Dylan, and Marcus, stayed unusually quiet that morning, watching her from a distance. But she didn't. So when a text came in at 1:47 p.m. from an unknown number, "Meet me at the gym after school. No cameras. Let's settle this," she barely hesitated. Of course it was Logan. And of course he wanted a rematch. She wasn't scared. She should have been. Sterling Academy's gym was cathedral-like. Vaulted ceilings, championship banners, polished hardwood echoing every footstep. At 4:15 p.m., it looked empty. Ava stepped inside, her sneakers whispering across the floor. The second the door slammed shut behind her, she knew. She wasn't alone. "Big mistake coming here, Monroe." Logan's voice echoed from the far side of the gym. She turned. He was standing in the shadows, but he wasn't alone. Behind him, Trent, Dylan, Marcus, his loyal enforcers, 3 against 1. No 4. Ava sighed. "Wow, you really must be scared of me." Logan's face twitched. "Shut up," he snapped. He stepped forward. Then another. His eyes weren't cocky anymore. They were dark, twisted. "This isn't about fear," he growled. "It's about respect." Ava crossed her arms. "You mean revenge?" Logan smirked. "I mean making sure you never forget your place." That line, it hit like a slap, because she'd heard it before. From people like him. From the system Sterling pretended it wasn't a part of. She took a breath. Let it fuel her. Stay calm. Stay focused. Logan struck first. A wild punch, too wide, too angry. She dodged, smooth as silk. Trent lunged. She ducked. Swept his legs. He hit the ground hard. Dylan grabbed from behind. Bad move. She elbowed him in the ribs. Kira kick. He folded. Marcus hesitated. Big mistake. She spun. Kick to the chest. He flew back. 3 down. 1 left. Logan roared and charged, fists flailing. No technique. No discipline. Just rage. She dodged everyone. Then, bam! A lightning-fast kick to the gut. He staggered. She stepped forward, grabbed his collar, slammed him into the floor. He gasped, dazed. She crouched over him, her voice like ice. "Don't ever touch me again." Silence. His goons moaned from the floor, nursing their bruised pride. Logan just stared, stunned, breathing hard. The next morning, Sterling Academy had a new queen. No one feared Logan Bishop anymore. They feared Ava Monroe. No one whispered behind her back. They whispered about what would happen if you crossed her. And Logan, he learned the hard way. Some people you just don't mess with.